Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. A very good afternoon to everyone. A warm welcome to the Tadvidya Sambhasha Parishad Facebook page. Today I am continuing with the same Darshana Shastra. Last sessions I completed Astika Darshanas, that is Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Mimamsa and Vedanta Darshanas. So today I am taking a Nastika Darshanas. So in first introduction part only I told that Nastika Darshana means who said na asti to everything, that is moksha, punarjanma, then that dharma, artha, kama, few of the things, and also God, all these things, and mainly Veda Pramanikata they not accepted. So Vedas are not there, these are not correct one, the Pramana they not accepted. That's why they also called as Nastika is also called as Avaidika Darshana. So as they are denied the Veda Pramanyata. So that Veda Pramanyata, why they are not accepted? So Vedas are written by the people like who are just they want to get importance in the society. That's why all the things, the Homa, Havana, Tapas, Yadya, Agadi, all those things, these are what all the Karma Kanda where we studied in the Mimamsa Darshana. So and in most of the Astika Darshanas, many Acharana Niyamas are told. So all those things who are not believing, so that those are called as Nastika, because they got irritated with all the practicing all those things. So they got tired about that things by following all the niyamas and all. That's why they started that dharma palana. So that time these all Nastika darshanas emerged. So this who are not Veda Pramanikata not believed are called as Nastikas. Also moksha, punarjanma, these all things they are not believed. So in Manusmriti, in first one, I am explaining about the, because in Nastika Darshanas mainly we will get a Charvaka Darshana, Jaina Darshana and Bauddha Darshana. These three are the main important Nastika Darshana followers. So among them, I will start with the Charvaka Darshana. Charvaka Darshana is the purely Nastika people they are. They never believed any Ishvara Tattva or this Moksha Prapti, the Punarjanma, everything they not believe, because their main important shloka, everyone is aware about this, I think. Yavat jivet sukham jivet runam krutva grutam pibet basmi bhutasya dehasa punaragamana kutaha. The funda of their life aim is like this. So why we should do all those things? We don't know about the paraloka. Why should we think of swarga, naraka and all? So whenever till we have a life, we have to enjoy it. So and we have to live according to our wishes. Why should we suppress our desires and do all these dharma, paripalana, niyama, acharana, everything? Like that, these thinkings came. So that's why in Manusmriti also we'll get the explanation about Charvaka as a Nastiko Veda Nindaka. Not only Charvaka, Nastika means they are Veda Nindaka. In Manusmriti also we'll get this quotation. So Charvaka Darshana, this is difference of opinions are there. Like who were the propounder of this Charvaka Darshana, like that. So first one I will tell you. So during war between the Asura and Devatas, that time the Asuras getting victory, almost they are near to victory, because they followed the Upadesha of the Shukracharya. He is a Asura Guru. Always he taught a very good techniques and all. So they always almost about to reach the victory in the war between the Asuras and Devatas. But that time Devatas got scared. That time they went to meet Devaguru Bruhaspati. So that time when that Bruhaspati thought if we live like that only, so definitely Asuras will win over us, then we have to become slaves to them. So that time he thought, okay, I will do something, and he went to the Asura Loka. So when Shukracharya was not there, in that time he went in the Shukracharya Rupa only. He took a Rupa Dharana of Shukracharya. In his Rupa, he started preaching this materialism, the Charvaka Darshana, what till now so many people are followers. So that time, Bruhaspati Maharshi, Deva Guru, he preached this thoughts of the Charvaka Darshana. That time, Asuras, they got interest in that only. So they start hating the Shukracharya's preachings and all. They started believing almost all these only, the only materialism. That's why from that day. So it started the following of the Charvaka Darshana. That's why some will tell that Brihaspati is the propounder of this Charvaka Darshana. And some people also say he is a Maharshi, one of the Maharshi who is a Charvaka Maharshi who is a friend of Duryodhana. That Kaurava Putra, Duryodhana's friend, he usually propounded this Darshana. This is also one story. And one more story is Charva. When we see the Charva means Pakshana, the engulfing the Papa Punya. Don't think of Papa Punya, Shubha, Ashubha, what of the Karma Phala. Without thinking of this thing, only doing the whichever is we are having interest. Because of that, Charva means Pakshana of the all the Papa Punya. Because of this following, this thinking category following, who are following these bridges, it is come as a Charvaka. Charva means Bhakshana. So when we split the Charvaka, Charu Vak. Charu means it is a sweet, the Sundara. Charu Vak, sweet talks. The Charvaka Darshana followers, the wordings what they were telling, no, these are very sweet one. So whatever that they will tell, no, we feel to think it is correct only. We are going to start believing in that only, because it is liked by everyone. That is Charu Vakya. It is sweet talk. That's why it's also named as the Charvaka Darshana. So because this also, now I am telling about the Paryayas. So Charvaka is also known as Lokayata, Brahaspatya, Charvaka and Bahya Darshana and Jadavada. These all are the synonyms of Charvaka. Lokayata, why it is named? Because it is Lokapriya. It is liked by people who are residing in the Loka. So it is Lokapriya, Lokavikhyata and Lokaranjita. Because in when we see the olden Veda Kala, so at that time too many Yajna Yagadi, Homa Havana and that's for Swarga Prapti, Moksha Prapti Artha, so many Niyamas, Acharanas were told. While following all these things, all the people got fed up about these things. That's why the Charu Vakya, the sweet talk about Charvaka Darshana, they started believing and accepted it and started according to that theory only. That's why it is a Lokapriya and Loka Vikhyata and Loka Ranjita. They got entertained with that theory, following that Darshana. That's why it is called as Lokayata. Brahaspatya, because it is founder of the Charvaka Darshana, Brahaspati Maharshi. And Charvaka, so Charuvakya, and this is I already told, Charva Dhatu, it is derived. And Bahya Darshana, the Indriyagamya Darshana, only they believed in the Pratyaksha Jnana. That's why it is also named as Bahya Darshana. And Jadavada, this is Prithvi, where it is saying that Jada Tattva and all. So that they only believed in that only. That's also called as Jadavada. So these are the synonyms: Lokayata, Baharspatya, Charvaka, Bahya Darshana and Jadavada. So we will get the Tika on Charvaka Darshana is Bhaguri. This is written by the Bhaguri Maharshi. But presently we are not having the original text of Charvaka Darshana, because so many Veda followers, they might have destroyed it, or because of it is a too old theory, no? That's why it might have got destroyed. In olden days, the written documents were not there, and even we get some of the granthas, means it is many times it is got destroyed. That's why we won't get the original text. But all the preachers of the Charvaka Darshana we can collect from this Astika Darshana only, because all the Darshana they try to tell their theories and do the Khandana, means disagreeing the theories told by the other Darshanas. In that context, we got most of the points explained by the Charvaka Darshana. So main important darshanas by which we get the explanation about Charvaka Darshana, the Madhavacharya, the Dvaita Darshanakara Madhavacharya, he wrote one Sarva Darshana Sangraha. In that also we get many references about the Charvaka Darshana. And also one more author, Krishnapati Mishra, he wrote a Prabodha Chandrodaya. In that also we'll get the explanation about the Charvaka Darshana. And we'll get the books on Charvaka Darshana. Recently, the Jayarashi Bhatt, he wrote Tattva Pallavasim and Dakshinananda Shastri Charvaka Shashti. These two books are available on the Charvaka Darshana. These are the granthas will get in the Darshana. So now I will explain about the Tattvas explained by the Charvaka Darshana, Tattva Mimamsa. So they believed only 4 Mahabhutas because Akasha is not possible to see by the Indriya. It is not Indriya Gamya. Neither we are able to touch it nor by see with the help of Chakshurendriya. So it is not at all possible to Pratyaksha Bhava. The direct perception is not possible. That's why they accepted only 4 Mahabhutas. These 4 Mahabhutas are the cause for the Srishti Utpatti. And they also not accepted the Ishvara Tattva. Because in some of the darshanas we'll get that the Srishti Utpatti has taken place only because of the Ishvara Ichha. But here they not believe the Ishvara also because he is not seen by anyone. So direct perception it is not possible. Only by Anumana, Agama Pramana we cannot accept it. Whichever is present we can perceive, that only we are going to believe. Like that they started believing only in the 4 Mahabhutas, that is Prithvi, Ap, Tej, Vayu. These 4 Mahabhutas are the responsible for the Srishti Utpatti. Then so many people got doubt in there. So how the Srishti Utpatti has take place only with the 4 Mahabhutas, or that too without Ishvara Ichha. That time they gave the beautiful examples of the red color of the chewing the betel leaf nuts and the lime with it. So how that color will change? Because red color is earlier it was not there. Only by the combination of betel nut, the lime and that betel leaf, by chewing it, how the red color came. In that manner, the combination of the 4 Mahabhutas and into Srishti Utpatti. This is the theory they believed. So it is Yadruchavadi. So as it is its Swabhava. So like that it is emerged. They used to answer for this Srishti Utpatti. And they instead of they not believed Ishvara, no. So they told as the Ishvara, if you want to believe, so believe your Raja, the king who is looking after you, who is taking care of you, believe him as a. For that they have to Nigraha Anugraha Karta Raja Ishvaraha. Because who is the main person taking care of everything. So he is a caretaker of you. That's why he might be the king king is itself as a Ishvara. So believe him and accept him as a Ishvara only, they told. And the Srishti Utpatti is because of Swabhavavada. Swabhava, as it is, it's Swabhava, it will get original. And in if you see, if you are keeping any materials for a longer duration, which is spoiling one, such things, in that you will get maggots in it, no? If you keep a mamsa for a longer duration, the maggots will emerge. It is like that Srishti Utpatti. There will be no yoni will be there, but still will get the maggots. In that manner, Srishti Utpatti has taken place, and red color coming because of the chewing the betel leaf, nuts and lime. So like this Srishti Utpatti has take place, they used to explain. And about Atma Tattva. Chaitanya Vishishtakaya Purusha. So Purusha himself is a Atma. It is not a separate entity. So no Atma is there. Only Purusha which is present. We are seeing that the signs which are within all the activity movement in the person, that is itself a Atma. There is no separate identity, not accepted by them. And they believed the Bhuta Chaitanya Vada. So after Tattva Mimamsa, after Charvaka, now coming to Jnana Mimamsa. Jnana Mimamsa, we already told that knowing the Jnana. Jnana is the knowledge, the true knowledge. So that Yathartha Jnana is getting with the help of Pratyaksha Pramana only. In Jnana Mimamsa, they told that only Pratyaksha Pramana can be believed. Other Agama, Upamana, Shabda Pramana are Niradhara. They are not having any use only. That is just false knowledge only we are getting. How can we imagine which we are not directly seen? Like that they gave the Khandana of the Anumana Pramana, Upamana Pramana in the Jnana Mimamsa. Then coming to last, Mulya Mimamsa, that is Kartavya Achara Mimamsa. So they believed only because Moksha Prapti is the ultimate aim of all the darshanas, no? Here, instead, and Purusharthas also they believed. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, Artha, Purusha Chatushtayas, they believed. But here, Charvaka Darshana, they accepted only 2 Purusharthas. Because Dharma and Moksha, who have seen it, it is not a direct perception by the Pratyaksha Pramana, it is not possible. Only Artha and Kama are the Purushas. Artha Kamo Purushartho, they said. because they are the Yadruchavadi, means Sukhavadi. They always want only happiness only. That's why to do all this Dharmapalana and all. Who have seen the Naraka Swarga, who have seen the Ihaloka, Paraloka and all. That's why only they believe the Artha and Kama as the Moksha they called. Maranameva Apavargaha. Apavarga is synonym for the Moksha. Maranameva Apavarga they consider. Artha means here for living purpose we need a money. So we have to do our works like agriculture or business, anything. For that purpose we need this. That's why they believed only in Artha and Moksha. Moksha means that is the death only. Ultimate Moksha Prapti is only after death only. So no need of thinking of any Dharmapalana, Niyama Paripalana is not necessary. What we are here, whichever is present in our surrounding, that only we have to believe. So like Sukha is Swarga, here only. The what Sukha Prapti you are getting in this Ihaloka only, that is already Swarga. Which is Dukkha, that is only called as Naraka. So everything is in Ihaloka only. Don't think of Paraloka. Like that they used to preach. Like life is here, enjoy the party until it's over. Like this theory they used to believe. Sarvam Anyam Parityajet Shariram Anupalayet. So this is the main aim. This is about Charvaka Darshana. So after Charvaka Darshana, I am explaining about the Jaina Darshana. So Jaina Darshana, till now you all know that many people are following it, and we have almost so many Jain temples are also that. In that we'll get the Shvetambara, Digambara, the two classifications also we see, the followers of different, everything. Now I am explaining about the Jaina Darshana. So Jaina word, how it came? By the Jin word. Jin means what? Raga Dveshadi Manovikara Jayati iti Jina. So Jina means the person who win over the Manovikaras, that is Raga Dveshadi etc. Manovikaras, who got win over from these all desires, that person is called a Jin. The Dharma preached by that Jin person is called as Jaina Dharma. So Dharma Prachara done by the Jin, that a person who is devoid of the Manovikaras, that is called as Jaina Dharma. So in olden days it is also named as Nigantha or Nirgrantha, like that they used to call it. And one more important factor comes in Jaina Darshana is Arihanta, you might have heard. So Arihanta means the person who is having everything knowledge about that, Sarvajna, and Raga Dvesha Vijayi, Trailokya Pujita, Yathasthiti Arthavadi, Samarthyavan Siddha Purusha. He is called as the Arhat. Usually in Jaina Darshana, the Dharma Pracharakas are called as Arhat. So in Jaina Darshana, we'll come to know about the 24 Tirthankaras. Among them, 3 Tirthankaras are very famous. The first Tirthankara, Dharma Pracharaka, is Rishabhadeva. Rishabhadeva, I think you know the story about that, his son Bharata. His Jeshta Putra's name is Bharata. This Bharata name up to our country came because of that Putra of Rishabhadeva only. Bharata is said as the Prathama Adhishwara. Because of this only our country got named as the Bharata Varsha Bharata. He is a Rishabhadeva is the first Tirthankara of the Jaina Darshana. So and second 23rd, so among them in between many Tirthankaras came, though people are not having that much familiar to the many people. So in 23rd, Parshvanatha also he preached many good things about almost Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, all those 4 factors he explained. Then 24th Tirthankara, he is a Vardhaman Mahavira. He became very famous because in layman language he preached everything, the Jaina Darshana, all the thoughts and all. No, he teached it very nicely to the each and individual. Their Moola Grantha is called as a Agama. So original book is written in a Magadhi Bhasha, because this is very much famous in Magadha Desha in olden days. So that time they wrote in a Magadhi Bhasha. Moola Granthas are in Magadhi Bhasha. But later Tripitakas were written. Those are in Pali Bhasha. Pali Bhasha is the local language. Because of it is written in the local language, many people got a chance to read all those Dharma Granthas of Jaina. That's why it got very familiar, and it is liked by many people. That time it was having a very good famous in those era. So next, coming to they explained the Vardhamana Mahavira. He explained the main Pancharata. Pancharatas, it's a very important things. Usually still Jainas will follow. Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Aparigraha and Brahmacharya. These 5 are the called as Pancharata by Jaina Darshana. So in after Mahavira, Vardhamana Mahavira got Nirvana, that time that the Shishya of his Bhadrabahu, Mahavira's Shishya Bhadrabahu, he went to Dakshina Bharata. So and thereafter here in the North India, that is Uttara Bharata side, the Sangha Bhadra, he started taking care of the Jaina Darshana Pracharana and all. So that time because this Sangha Bhadra did some changes in the Jaina Darshanas. That's why they got split into Shvetambara and Digambara. This is in the 2nd century. So after Nirvana of the Mahavira, so that main his Shishya Bhadrabahu, he went to Dakshina Bharata, and in Uttara Bharata, Sangha Bhadra started taking care of the Jaina Dharma. So that time he did some changes in the Dharma Palana of the Jaina Darshana and all. That time Shvetambara, this one part, the origin. Shvetambara means what? The Shweta Vastra Dhari. Panitala Bhoji. They used to tell that only Panitala, how much quantity we'll get in our hasta, that much only we have to eat. That is they have their pages. But in Digambara, we'll get that is Akasha Vastradhari. Means Nirastra, Nirvastra. So Akasha is the Vastra for us, like that they used to believe. And they have got too many Kathina Dharma Paripalana Niyamas in the Digambara Darshana, Jaina Darshana. And no food taking, they used to tell. Only think of only Jnana Bubukshu should be there. No Anna Bubukshata should be there, like that they used to preach. But Shvetambara, Panitala, you can take that much quantity, you can eat the food, like that they used to say. And in Digambara, they told that there will be no moksha for the Stree. Only when Stree will, in next Janma, she will take birth as a Purusha, then only she will get the moksha prapti. Otherwise, no, Stree moksha arhati, like that they used to tell. And Murti Puja also, even Jainas will follow. Shvetambaras will cover with the Shweta Vastra. Digambaras will not wear any Vastra and all. So they believe in the Murti Puja Nirvastra. And they used to keep a Mayura picture with them, Digambara. These are the differences in the Shvetambara and Digambara. So Jaina Pramana Sahityas can be, we can study under 4 eras we can study Jaina Pramana Sahitya, because they also wrote many books about that Ramayana, Mahabharata also they wrote according to their tattvas. They not believed the Vedas and all, but they are believing the Agama Granthas written by their own ancestors. That's why also they come under Nastika, Astika, Nastika also one sometimes we'll get the classification like that. Then that can be Agama Granthas, Arambha Kala, Madhya Yuga, Avantara Yuga. In 4 era we can study the Jaina Pramana Sahitya. So among them Madhya Yuga is considered as the Suvarna Yuga of the Jaina Darshana. That is almost 6th to 9th century. So that is called as Suvarna Yuga of Jaina Darshana. So after knowing this one, 7 Padarthas they explained here in the Tattvamimamsas. Like Dravya means Astikaya, Anastikaya. Like that they explained. Astikaya means Jiva and Ajiva again they classified. Ajiva means Pudgala, Akasha, Dharma, Adharma. Like that classification we will study. So now Anastikaya means Kala. Kala is called as Anastikaya. So we are studying the tattvas like Dravyas, which can be classified as 2 categories. Astikaya, Anastikaya. That is now I am telling about the Jiva. That is Astikaya, 1 category. Jiva. Jiva they said as the Mukta and Samsari. Samsari means Stavara and Jangama. Samsari, Stavara is with 1 Indriya, which is having 1 Indriya, like plants and all. They will be having only 1 Indriya with them. And Jangama, the second classification is Jangama, with 5 Indriyas, with 4 Indriyas, with 3 Indriyas and with 2 Indriyas. Like that classification we will study in the Jiva. Jiva is nothing but the Chetana Dravya they call. So Chaitanya is nothing but that Bhautika Adhara for the this one, so which present here in this Srishti. So about Jiva, it is classified as the Mukta and Samsari. So Ajiva, now I am explaining about the Ajiva. Ajiva means Pudgala. Pudgala is a very important word we get in the Jaina Darshana. Pudgala means what? Purayanti galanti cha iti Pudgala. Pudgala means very minutest, Anu Rupa. And it can be again classified into Anu and Sanghata. Anu is the indivisible Anu, which is not at all possible to divide into two parts and all. Sanghata means it is a combined one, Paramanu Sangraha. So this Pudgala is the main causative factor for all this Jiva Utpatti in the Srishti. Because of this Pudgala only, this Srishti Utpatti has taken place, like that they have told. And it is having 4 gunas in it: Sparsha, Rupa, Gandha and Varna. And Akasha Tattva, they told as it is Nitya and Vibhu. It is Sarva Vyapi. Dharma means Dravya Vishesha it is. It is a Sahakari Karana for the Gatishila, Jiva and Pudgala. The means the movement of this Jiva and Pudgala, the Dravya Vishesha, Dharma is the necessity. It is a Sahakari Karana. Like example I can give means Jala and fish, water and fish if you take. Water is the Sahakari Karana for the movement of the fish in it. So it is a Dharma is a Sahakari Karana. So Adharma means what? Adharma is the opposite to the Dharma. It is not a Sahakari Karana. It is just Nimitta Karana, like that. For that, for time movement, it will be there. Like a passenger and a tray. So if a passenger got tired, Astikaya, Anastikaya. Astikaya again classified as Jiva, Ajiva. Ajiva is Pudgala, Akasha, Dharma, Adharma. Anastikaya means what? It is Kala. Kala is the important factor for everything. So Parinamana takes in place because of transformation, everything is because of this Kala only. And Guna also they explained as the, it is present, continuously it is present and it is necessary for the Dharma. The important more points explained by the Jaina Darshanas are next Jnana Mimamsa. This is after Tattva Mimamsa, they explained about the Jnana Mimamsa. Jnana Mimamsa means again about the Jnana. Jnana we can get by the 2 types, Pratyaksha Jnana and Paroksha Jnana. Pratyaksha Jnana is said as the Atma Apeksha Jnana. So it is perceived by the Atma directly. It won't take any help of other Indriyas and all. That is Pratyaksha, Atma Sapeksha Jnana. Paroksha means what? With the help of Indriya and Mana, Atmetara, Indriya Mana Sapeksha Jnana is called as Paroksha. Paroksha can be classified as again Mati and Shruti. Shruta. Mati means Vishayas gained by the, that means the knowledge perceived by the Indriyas, and Mana comes under Mati. Shruta means Shabdadi Utpanna Jnana. So it is Traikalika Vishaya you are getting here. So they believed the 3 Pramanas. It is Pratyaksha, Anumana and Agama Pramanas. Again, Anumana Pramana they classified as Svartha and Prartha Anumanas. They also explained about the Paksha, Sadhya, Hetu. They believed the Nayavada and Sadvada. Nayavada means Sapeksha Nirupana of the subject. Sadvada means Visheshana. So Nayavada is the, it is only one dharma it is explaining about that Vastu. Sadvada is the explaining about the different words. By seeing one word, you are getting the many. That's why it is also called as Anekantavada, means Anekanta. So you will get a many meanings with the help of that. It is not a one dharma. You will get a many dharmas about that particular subject. It is Visheshana, Sadvada. These are Nayavada and Sadvadas explained by the Jaina Darshana. So now what about Mulya Mimamsa? What they explained about moksha and all. So they, for the sadhana, for the moksha prapti, they explained the 3 Ratnas, the Ratnatrayas are the important factors. These are the sadhanas for the moksha prapti. What are those Ratnatrayas? Samyak Darshana, Samyak Jnana, Samyak Charitya. These 3 are considered as the Ratnatrayas. So these are very essential for the moksha prapti. Samyak Darshana means what? It is Shraddha, keeping a Shraddha on our own darshanas and following the tattvas explained by that and all comes under the Shraddha, keeping it in mind. That is, it's we have to keep Shraddha in that what subject we are studying. Samyak Darshana. Samyak Jnana means Satata Shastra Adhyayana. So to get a moksha prapti, continuous knowledge of studying should be there. Then only we'll get a moksha. And Samyak Charitrya means Pravrutti and Nivrutti comes under Samyak Charitrya means Samsara Sukha and that is Pravrutti. Bandha moksha is nivrutti. So if we will do these three sadhanas, we will get a moksha prapti. That's why these are called as Ratnatrayas in Jaina Darshana. And Pancha Mahavrata Palana is also necessary for the getting moksha. Pancha Mahavrata already I told, that is Ahimsa, Ahimsa Satya Asteya, Ahimsa Satya Asteya, then Ahimsa Satya Asteya Brahmacharya, all these called as the Mahavratas. Then Ahimsa Paramo Dharma is the important thing explained by the. And for Moksha Praptartha, Ananta Jnana, Ananta Virya, Shraddha and Ananta Shanti. These all are the four important factors they explained in the Moksha. That is in Kartavya Mimamsa they explain. This is all about Jaina Darshana. Now coming to Bauddha Darshana. So Bauddha Darshana is also now also so many people are following. Propounder, you all know that Gautama Buddha. His original name is, when he was in kingdom, his name is Siddharthaka. So many of you might have known about the story about Siddhartha. That is not necessary here. So first he was a very Sukumara. Then after knowing all those things, Dukkha and all, he went to do the tapasya and all. So he got Arya Satyas. Then he preached the people. Then it is also helpful for the moksha praptartha. So Gautama Buddha is considered as the propounder of the Bauddha Darshanas. And in the original text the Buddha took place, that time Samvada Rupa Sangraha Grantha is written by the Shishyas of Gautama Buddha. After getting the knowledge, he preached to his Shishyas. No? That time they wrote the Granthas. They are in the three Pitakas. Three Pitakas are Sutta Pitaka, Vinaya Pitaka, Abhidhamma Pitaka. So these are the three Pitakas which are important Granthas of the Bauddha Darshana. These are written after the Nirvana of the Buddha. So in the Sutta Pitaka, we'll get the explanation about the Upadeshas of the Buddha. Explained, gave many upadeshas, how to live, what are the things we have to follow to get sukha prapti, what are the things we need to do. All the upadeshas preached by the upadeshas explained by the, just a second. Priyanka, adhu close maadu ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೀವು ಸಾವಕಾಶ ಮಾತಾಡ್ರಿ. Okay, sorry for the disturbance. So Sutta Pitaka is explaining about the upadeshas of the Buddha. So in this Sutta Pitaka only we'll get the Dhammapada, one part. So that is Dhammapada is like a Gita of the Bauddha Darshana. Means how the Bhagavad Gita is very important to us. In the same manner, Dhammapada is very important to Bauddha Darshana. In Sutta Pitaka we'll get the Upadeshas of Buddha. And in Vinaya Pitaka, like Acharas, what are the things we have to follow and Achara, everything they explained in this Vinaya Pitaka. And last one is Abhidhamma Pitaka. Abhidhamma Pitaka, here we'll get the Darshanika Vishaya Vivechana, means about other Darshana things, what all the things are correct, which are not disagreeing, like that, Khandana Mandala, everything we'll study in the Abhidhamma Pitaka. Why these are named as a Pitaka? Because all the Sutta Pitaka, Vinaya Pitaka and Abhidhamma Pitaka are kept in the peti, means in boxes they used to keep. That's why these are named as the three Pitakas. So these are the important Granthas of the Bauddha Darshanas. Here in Bauddha Darshana also we'll get two divisions, Hinayana and Mahayana. In Hinayana again there will be division as a Vaibhashika and Sautantrika. Vaibhashika and Sautantrika are also called as Sarvastivadi. This is told by the Shankaracharya. Means they used to believe everything, Sarvastivadi. Like a Chetana and Jada Tattva are present, like that they used to believe, that's why Shankaracharya they named Vaibhashika and Sautantrika division as a Sarvastivadi. Then second division is Mahayana. Again in Mahayana there will be another division, that is Yogachara Vijnanavadi Madhyamika Shunyavadi. So here in Yogachara Vijnanavadi they gave more importance to scientific explanation, and Madhyamika Shunyavadi the Shunyavada who are people. So next we'll get in explanation the after Dhyanodaya getting by under the Bodhi Vriksha. Bodhi Vriksha is nothing but the Ashwath tree under which the Buddha, Gautam Buddha got Dhyanodaya. That's why it is named as Bodhi Vriksha. He got knowledge, and then knowledge he got, no, that he explained to the all people. The Arya Satya, he realized the 4 Satyas while doing tapasya. What are those 4 Arya Satyas? Like Dukkha, Dukkha Samudaya, Dukkha Nirodha and Dukkha Nirodha Marga. These 4 Satyas he realized and he explained these things to people. That's why these are very important in the Bauddha Darshana. We'll get 4 Arya Satyas are Dukkha, Dukkha Samudaya, Dukkha Nirodha Marga. Then important why this Dukkha is there, to know that one. So 12 things he explained, that is called as Pratitya Samudaya. What do you mean by that? Means Bhava Chakra. We are always rotating like Chakravat. We are coming here only, living, taking birth, rebirth, and all those things will happen because of these 12 factors. That is called as Pratitya Samudaya. Those are the Avidya, Samskara, Vijnana, Namarupa, Shadayatana, Sparsha, Vedana, Trishna, Upadana, Bhava, Jati, Jaramarana. So we are bonding in these 12 factors only. We are rotating here only. Instead of knowing the realization of the truth, we are roaming here only. Because of these 12 factors, we are taking rebirth and all. These are the explanation given by the Gautama Buddha. And for Moksha Praptartha, he also explained the 3 Ratnas, that is Prajna, Sheela and Samadhi. So these 3 are the very important 3 Ratnas, also explained by the Gautama Buddha. Now coming to the Tattvas explained by the Bauddha Darshanas. So Srishti Utpatti Krama, how they told, the like Bhuta Chatushtaya only, they also told as a 4 Chaturvida Mahabhutas with the help of that too in the Anu Rupa only, the smallest part of that Anu, they combined and Srishti Utpatti has taken place, like that only they also explained. Prakriti is they believed as a Satya, and but last these 2 people, Vijnanavadi, Yogachara and Madhyamika Shunyavadi, these 2 people said as the Prakriti is not Satya, it is Asatya. They not believed it. This is the just Pratibimba of our Manas, they used to tell. And about Atma Tattva, they said as a it is not separate entity. It is a combination of the Sharira, Indriya, Mana, everything. Like they gave one example here, Ratha. So how the Ratha without the wheel, without the horse, how it is incomplete. It is not a useful for. In that manner only, Atma, Sharira, Indriya, Manas, it is one. Otherwise it is not a useful one. It is a waste only. Like that they gave a simile to Ratha, like that. It is the Atma is only one identity. Jiva and Atma are not separate, like that. They told like this. And Ishvara Tattva, they not believed. So these all are the Tattvas explained by the Tattva Mimamsa in the Bauddha Darshana. So like Jnana Mimamsa, next, they believed only 2 Pramanas. So Jnana is nothing but the Yathartha Jnana, what we are getting, realization of the truth, Pratyaksha and Anumana Pramana. With the help of these 2 Pramana, they explained and they proved their theories. Then lastly, Mulya Mimamsa. So for Moksha Praptartha. So they also told the Moksha as a Nirvana. So they, even the first 2 people, the Vaibhashika and Sautrantikas, believed that Vaibhashika people believed it is Satya, and also it is Satya and Yogachara people. These 2 people, the followers of these divisions, they believed as the Moksha is there. For that, we need to do the 3 Ratnatrayas, the following is like it, Prajna, Sheela and Samadhi. We have to follow these. For that, Ashtangika Yogas is explained. How to get moksha. Ashtangika Yoga Marga, they explain for the moksha prapti. That is Samyak Jnana, Samyak Sankalpa, Samyak Vachana, Samyak Karma. That is Himsa, Droha, and all those, avoiding all those things. Then Samyak Ajiva means Nyaya Purvaka Jiva. So don't do any bad things to get the money, like that. So Samyak Ajiva, Samyak Vyayama. means here Vyayama means not exercise. Here day-to-day life which is bad one, that should I have to avoid. For that purpose Smriti we have to keep in properly. Samyak Smriti. Then Samyak Samadhi. The last one is Samyak Samadhi. That is Raga Dveshadi. All things we have to avoid all the Manasika Vikaras which are harmful for us. So all those things if we follow this Ashtangika Marga, definitely will get the Moksha Prapti. This is the theory explained by the Bauddha Darshanas. So, because Jaina, Bauddha and Charvaka Darshanas not a syllabus point of the UG students, that's why in short I explained you thing. Because if you want to explain, it is a too vast subject. Even Jaina and Bauddha are too much, it is explanation. If we want to start explaining about the Shvetambara, Digambara separately in Jaina and in Bauddha Darshana, for this one that is Vaibhashika, Sautrantika, Yogachara, Madhyamika, all are having their own different theories. If I start explaining each and everything, it will take too much time, and this much knowledge is enough for the writing in the exam purpose. So this I completed the Nastika Darshana also. So today we completed the Charvaka Darshana, then Jaina Darshana and Bauddha Darshana. So hope this is useful for you people. Have a nice time. Bye.